Hey everybody, welcome back to the, oh man is it bright. Welcome back to the Blue World vlog with Cameraman Tim. We're talking about our last day of our adventure at Guadalupe Island in Mexico filming great white sharks.
White shark.
Yeah, so the third day, we were really hoping for it to calm down because the second day was so rough in the cages, it was washing machine action.
Right.
So yeah, the third day.
It wasn't quite as bad, but the thing that made the third day was we were just surrounded by 5 to 6 sharks all day.
Yeah.
All morning.
If you were in the cage,
Right.
if you were focusing on a shark over here, you were probably missing one that was over there.
Right.
I mean, they were everywhere. I have a shot with like 4 sharks in it.
Right.
So it was an epic day.
We had a big one too. I mean, we had probably, I don't know how big he was, 16, 17 feet, you think?
Big sucker.
He was huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
I think it was a female.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's
So
what I said.
yeah, so it was a big shark. We had, and they were just taking baits left and right.
Yep.
They were just sneaking up under them.
They were a little more mature, so what they would do is they'd go down deep, and then they would get a great head start on that bait. They'd come straight up at it, and the guy on the surface who's got the rope and pulling the bait through the water, he wants to pull it away from the shark, but he can't see them when they come directly from below, and the first inkling that he had that the shark was after his bait was when he sees it inside the shark's mouth as he's breaching out of the water.
Yeah.
And that's it, you're over. That bait's gone.
And I have to tell you that when the sharks are doing that,
Yeah.
it is just as much fun to watch them from the boat because they come flying out of the water. It's so awesome. It's really hard to film because you don't exactly know when it's going to happen. You have to be right on it and pretty much just keep rolling until it happens.
Yeah.
Waste a lot of bits.
Right.
But
It's great stuff to watch, though.
fills lots of memory cards with nothing.
Right.
But yeah, it was the third day was the best. We got so many shots.
I think it was for photography. It was the best. But then we had to begin at 1 o'clock packing up. So they pulled the cages out, and we had to start, looking at our photos, and getting ready to ship out of Guadalupe.
Yeah, but the problem was those rollers. As soon as we came out of the protection of the island, it was brutal.
So you had those big rollers coming from the east, and then you had big waves, wind-blown waves coming from the west, and I think where they met around the corner of Guadalupe, I mean, Birdman, those had to be 10-foot seas, easy.
Those were easily 10-foot seas.
Yeah, easily, even higher. I mean, they had some real rogue waves that would come in, I'm sure were 15, and it was like, so, how long?
18 hours.
18 hours.
Back to port.
Back to port in those waves.
Oh, it was killer. I don't think anybody slept.
I was in bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it was like, wow.
Everybody was in bed just because it was the only way to hold on.
You know, roll around the cabins.
But yeah, there was not a lot of sleeping going on. Everybody was just lying in bed awake, trying not to fall out of their bunk. It was brutal. It was a slow.
You go up a way. Birdman and I were in the front. Our room was down in the front of the bow, and you could just every once in a while we'd kind of lift out in the air and then bam!
Yeah.
Like we'd wake up in the bed. Yeah.
You'd go a little airborne off your bunk and then come back down on the mattress. Yeah, it's a great way to travel.
It is. But we made it.
I can tell you this. Some of the places that we go for Blue World, when you see the show, you go, wow, that's amazing. But sometimes getting there is not pleasant at all.
It beat the heck out of us.
It beat the heck out of us.
But yeah, so we kept going, and right before we left,
yeah,
you put the drone back up.
that's right.
We actually had.
I was afraid.
He was brave enough to put the drone back up, and he took the drone out, circled the ship, and then you brought it over to Guadalupe.
I got some shots of the island itself, flying down along the cliffs.
Yep.
And then we actually flew it a little lower, pointing down and looking at the sea lion colonies on which the sharks feed. And boy, are there a lot
of sea lions. Out
there. Oh yeah, fur seals and sea lions.
Right, and the ones we saw were kind of like real close to shore. You know, they weren't venturing out very far from shore, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, man, there were a ton of sharks out there.
Yeah, that is a very sharky place.
Yeah, so that was a successful drone launch.
Yes, we got it back, no problem. It didn't return to anywhere else.
Landed right in front of us. We're good to go. And then we just took our cruise out of there in those big waves, man.
Yep, and we got back, and we were never so happy to be back on land.
Okay.
All right, well, hey, thanks for watching our vlog, and don't forget to subscribe to Jonathan Bird's Blue World, and We'll see you